kind of makes you wonder some days, doesn't it? Eerie.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeff Scott, and on behalf of George Langevin Video Productions, I'd like to welcome you to tonight's CIF San Diego Section Boys Division IV Soccer Semifinal between the Knights of the Bishop School and the Torres of La Jolla Country Day School. This game is being played tonight on the campus of La Costa Canyon High School. The home team tonight, wearing their white jerseys and defending the west goal, the Knights of Bishops. Starting lineup for the Bishops Knights tonight: in goal, Scott Fainer. The sweeper, number 9, Keith Dieterle. The stopper, Craig Moore, number 15. At the right back, number 14, Jason Evans. The left back, Pat Hook. On the right side of midfield, Andrew Lunny. On the left side of midfield, Billy Auer. In the central midfield, number 17, Michael Ryan, and number 10, Alex Graham. And up front for the Bishops Knights, number 3, Mitchell Geary, and number 4, Matt Meador. The Knights of Bishops are coached by Malcolm Tovey, his assistant coach, Taylor Rogers. And now the starting lineup for the Torres of the La Jolla Country Day School. In goal, Andrew Jorgensen. The sweeper, Michael Koberda. At the right back, Ted Lynn. The left back, Kevin Weinberg. The central midfielder tonight will be Kyle Pabin, number 14. The right midfielder, Ben Shifton, number 21. The left midfielder, Derek Zeman, number 16. Up front, number 9, Mark Liskevich. Also up front, playing forward, number 5, Zach Sugarman. And the other forward tonight, number 11, John Hillman. The Torres of La Jolla Country Day are coached by Jerry Fleischacker. Well, it's a lovely night tonight. You can see the shadows creeping across the field here at La Costa Canyon High School. And the teams are going to walk out to midfield for the introductions. You can hear the PA announcer announcing all the players on the roster tonight. The field is in pretty good shape. I was down there earlier tonight. There's a little bit of mud in each penalty area. And especially on the west end where there are some very long shadows, it seems to be a little slippery. Of course, the flanks look very fine. We've had a week of rain. It's canceled these CIF championship games all week long. Tonight's game was actually supposed to be played on Tuesday evening. The other CIF semifinal, Santa Fe Christian, advanced to tomorrow's CIF final. And the winner here, fairly or no, is going to have to get up and play tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. at Southwestern College in the CIF championship match. So we're all set. Starting lineups are now on the field. The Bishops team huddling. The Country Day boys warming up. Referees are stretching, checking the field. Final preparations for tonight's CIF San Diego Section semifinal match between the Bishops Knights and the Torres of La Jolla Country Day. I'm Jeff Scott, and you're watching CIF San Diego Section Soccer Playoff Action, brought to you by George Langevin Video Productions, San Diego's leader in sports video productions. For all of your sporting, corporate, and family video needs, call George Langevin Video Productions at 858-571-3478. Okay, we're just moments away from kickoff now. Okay, we're back to live action here. We're just getting set for kickoff. The Knights of Bishops will kick off. They're going to defend the east goal. The Torres of La Jolla Country Day defending the west goal, which is still mostly shrouded in long shadows. Just about 5 o'clock here. The field looks very good. It's in good shape. Players have anxiously been awaiting this game. As we mentioned earlier, this game has been postponed for the last 2 nights due to wet fields. Now, the Bishops Knights, very impressive boys soccer tradition. They have been to 12 consecutive Division IV or 1A CIF championship matches, winning 11 of them. The Torres, no strangers to the playoffs either. They've been to 3 CIF championship finals. They were runner-ups in 91 and 96, And in 1995, they were co-CIF champions with the Bishops Knights. Bishops trying to establish some possession here early on. Both teams coming out very hard. This will be an emotionally charged match between these two teams. They play in the same league, the Coastal League. They've met twice already this year. The first game going to the Knights of Bishops 2-0 on their home field. The second game, shortened by rain and hail, finished in a 0-0 tie at La Jolla Country Day. You can see right now that the two forwards for Bishops very active up top. And the ball out of bounds again. Every ball will be very tightly contested. These two teams, no strangers to each other. As a matter of fact, Bishops has knocked La Jolla Country Day out of the CIF playoffs the last 3 years in a row. Last year in the semifinals, the year before in the quarterfinals, and the year before that again in the semifinals. Here's our first chance, and it goes far wide. Linesman signals for offsides on the far side. I don't know how you can be offsides on a shot like that, but I guess it was a bad enough shot the referee thought he was trying to pass the ball forward. So we'll have a free kick from their own end. La Jolla Country Day trying to get out of their own end. Bishops has had most of possession so far. The two players they're looking for, Matt Meador and Mitchell Geary up front, very active, causing lots of problems in the back early on for La Jolla Country Day. The Torres wearing the all-royal blue kit. Bishops in white. Early on, there's a nifty 1-2, and an easy chance here and a goal! And we've got a goal early in the first 3 minutes of the game. Number 3, Mitchell Geary on a great pass from Matt Meador. Number 4, I told you those two were dangerous. They got up front all alone. They were 2-on-1 at the back. The Country Day sweeper had no chance. All of that was created by the midfielder, number 10, Alex Graham. He wins the ball in midfield. He finds Meador, who plays a diagonal pass for Geary, and it was in the back of the net before Country Day knew it hit them. So Bishops is up 1-0, and a very exciting start for the Bishops Knights. Now Country Day going to try to establish some possession, but they've got to go forward and get back into this game. They just can't knock the ball forward like that and give it away. You can hear Malcolm Tovey congratulating his players for good early play. Bishops jumps on top early. As a coach, that's what you want to see. You want to see an early goal. And now Country Day just a little disorganized in midfield. Unable to get the ball to feet. Here they are. Now another chance. Keith Dieterle, the sweeper, cleaning it up in the back for Bishops. Across, all the way across, and headed away from danger. Again, Graham, the center midfielder, looking up top for his two forwards. There's Meador. Plenty of time. He turns. Bishops looking for that next goal. And he plays the ball long on the left-hand side. Here's another chance. Meador gets it back, tries to fight his way through two defenders, and can't. Knocked down. That was number 17, Michael Ryan, the other central midfielder, who pushing forward in the attack. Bishops looking for a second goal. Bishops pushing out very early in this game. Getting a 1-0 lead early on. A goal by number 3, Mitchell Geary. He was assisted by number 4, Matt Meador. Now, number 9, Keith Dieterle, the sweeper. He pushes way up on a long throw into the penalty spot. Headed up, still not out of danger, and finally headed away by La Jolla Country Day. Country Day now pushing out of their own end. Oh, but they can't win it. They can't keep it out. Here's a cross into the middle. And finally headed clear. Country Day holding on now, looking to play forward, looking for a place to play. Here they are, number 11, John Hillman, pushing forward, but he gives it away. Keith Dieterle easily picked off that pass. Now it's Geary again, causing trouble for the Tories at the back. Bishops just seems to be first every ball, intercepting each pass before it can be completed. And the ball's knocked away. You can hear Malcolm Tovey, the Bishops coach, again urging his players forward, telling them, great idea, good pass, encouraging them to keep looking for chinks in the armor. Country Day's already given up one goal. They may be able to get another one from them. Now here's a long throw-in down the left wing side. Country Day is able to handle this easily, and the referee blows a whistle for a foul. Looks like Country Day shored themselves up a little in the back. Number 14, Kyle Pabin's going to take this free kick. He's going to be looking long. Country Day needs to get out of their own end. They're able to do that, but not for long. Here's Ryan. He miskicks the ball, falls down and stays with it. Intercepted. Here come the Torres right back at them. Now up the right side. And it's knocked away harmlessly. I mentioned earlier, it's been raining all week. This field is in excellent condition. I don't see the players having any trouble with their footing at all. Now Country Day with their first real chance into the box. Ball runs all the way to the far side. Number 16, Derek Zeman, trying to run it down and keep it in. He does. He keeps it in. And it's knocked away. And number 7, Andrew Lunny, finally plays that ball out of bounds for Bishops and out of trouble. So Zeman will take the throw in. And Bishops again giving the Tories no room, no space, no place to turn and attack them. You can see that there are 4 Tories in the penalty area for La Jolla Country Day. Bishops with 7 defenders back, easily closing off all the spaces to play. And Country Day, even though they're down a goal, at least at this early stage, not being willing to push an extra man forward. Now here's a chance, headed in, Keith Dieterle, with a great stab at the ball, and he pokes it away. And here's Scott Fainer, the goalkeeper for Bishops, easily out to handle that. And he punts it up across midfield. Bishops able to control now. Lunny trying to push it through the middle, and he can't. Meador challenging. Geary also putting the pressure on. Those two are very active up front for the Bishops Knights. Now Ryan training on the left side. Here's the chance. And the goalkeeper's out easily. Andrew Jorgensen, La Jolla Country Day goalkeeper, out to handle that ball. Really his first chance to make a save. He had no chance on the goal that was scored in the first 3 minutes. Country Day again having difficulty getting it out. And the 2 Bishops forwards causing all kinds of havoc. They just seem to be a step quicker. I want to point out this La Jolla Country Day team, a very, very young team. Mostly sophomores. They have 2 freshmen, 2 seniors, and 2 juniors. The rest of their roster is comprised entirely of sophomores. Young 15, 16-year-old 10th graders with not a lot of experience. And it showed right there. Giving up the corner kick. So up steps number 7, Andrew Lunny for the Knights. He's going to ask for 10 yards. Gets it from the official. Plays a little give and go. Lunny gets it back. Oh, it was a good idea. Unfortunately, Country Day knew it was coming. And the ball's out of bounds. These 2 teams, old rivals, been in the Coastal League playing against each other for years. Bishops Knights have certainly had the better of the encounters over the last 12 years, but Country Day has more than held their own. As I mentioned earlier, they've been to the CIF Championship match 3 times in the last 11 years. Now here's Keith Dieterle again to push up. And Country Day handles the threat. There they are. Now they're playing. Clever bit of skill, and he gets the ball out of his own end. Oh, and we had an ugly foul. Number 14, Jason Evans, just a half step late. Mark Ljcd on the receiving end of that late tackle. Mark, slow to get up, obviously not happy about that foul. And Country Day now playing. That was really the first chance they've had, though. Ljcd again, unable to get to the ball. He's limping a little bit. I don't know if he's going to be able to stay in. He's walking back towards his own half of the field. I don't know if Coach Jerry Fleischacker is going to be forced to make a substitution early, but that would be difficult. Ljcd, a playmaker for the Torres of La Jolla Country Day. Now here he is. Clever little flick. Just really didn't have the speed to get to that ball. And Country Day handles this easily. Now they knock it across midfield. A couple of balls headed in midfield. Ljcd called for the foul over the back. And he's shaking his head. He doesn't know what he can do to get a break from the official. Now, here's Geary again, turning, flicking it up. Dangerous play. It's a good call by the official. You got the boot up high around the defender's face. That's always dangerous. Country Day looking forward, looking for a place to get out. Forwards have really been unable to hold the ball up top. That's been the biggest problem for them. That's a good, clever turn in midfield. Unfortunately, gives it away. Now, here come the Tories. Up the left side. Really, anytime they get close to goal, Bishops just closes the space down. Number 7, Andrew Lunny, just knocked that ball into touch. And we're going to have a substitution. This early substitution, number 20, Michael Koberda, coming off the field.
And for the Tories, number 26, Will Hagan, and number 8, Mark Torres.
And they give the ball away. Number 26, Will Hagan, replaces Koberda. And Dieterle clears easily for Bishops. Dieterle asking the referee about the high boot going the other way there. The referee says, play on, it's to your advantage. So a clever bit of interplay by a couple of Bishops players there. And back to the sweeper. Now Bishops is going to be patient. Looking, as soon as I said that, they go ahead and knock it over the top. The key tonight is going to be which team can maintain possession. Right now, Bishops has maintained the possession much better. You can see the Country Day forwards just content to play first touch up top. And that's not going to be effective in creating the scoring opportunities they're going to need to get back in this game. Now you see Country Day still really playing with 5 players back in their own end. And Bishops content to only play with the 2 players, Geary and Meador, up top. The sweeper, Taylor Allen Lee for Country Day. Now he's back. He's got an extra player pushed forward. Country Day with a chance here if they can get back into this. What they need is a little bit of possession here and a good ball served into the box, and they just might get it. Number 14, Kyle Pavin, he's going to take this free kick. Bending ball into the box, and Ljcd called for the foul. He had both hands on the player's back. And players and the referee both get a little chuckle, and here we come the other way. Maybe Keith Dieterle is going to take this, maybe not. And he will. Looking forward there. Ryan of Bishops. And again, the Bishops forwards able to hold the ball up top. Now here's Lunny on the right side, surging forward. Looking for a little bit of space. Trying to beat his man one-on-one. Oh, and a good little spin move. And couldn't get by. The goalkeeper, Jorgensen, easily picks that ball up. You can see Lunny was looking, trying to create something for himself. Now he puts his head on the ball. Oh, and here's a chance. Here's a break. A little bit of a mistake. They gave it away on the left side. Number 6, Billy Auer with the ball. And we're going to see a yellow card. I'm not quite sure what that was for. It looked like he may have given the Country Day player a little bit of a whack on the way through as he was falling through this kick. But I don't think that was it. I think it might have been something the player said. Immediately, Auer is going to be substituted. Hard to read the numbers on the players coming in from this distance. We'll get that substitution for you in just a minute. Looks like Bernard Lamb, number 20. That's number 18, Chris Heilman, that's actually in the game now. There's Graham playing out of the back. And a tough slide tackle in Heilman. Tries to turn with the ball and he can't. Now let's see what Bishops does. They've got a big, strong player up front now to complement the quicker player, Geary. Meador has stepped off the field right now. Or have they pulled him into the back? Haven't seen where Coach Malcolm Tovey's placed him. Now it's Lunny over here on the right side. He's looking forward. And Jorgensen's going to come strong out of his goal and collect that. All the way out, far corner of his box. No real pressure. He had that easily. Now, who's going to get to it first? And a tough foul from behind. Bishop's player getting both to the ball and to the man first and running him over. Number 14, Kyle Pabin, again to take the free kick. Looks like he's going to take most of these. Again, he'll be looking into the box, trying to serve the ball into a dangerous position. There's a ball deep in and headed away. Bishops just gets to every ball first right now. Number 11, John Hillman, La Jolla Country Day, throwing it in, looking in deep, and Dieterle heads away easily. Now again, Country Day a little bit frustrated. They're clumping around. They've got the ball in the area they want. They just can't seem to get a foot on. That final touch is what's missing. And they try to come back again. Putting a head to the ball. Pabin with a bit of a awkward touch. And the referee saw a little push from behind there. So we'll have another free kick here. Now they play quickly to feet. Instead of playing that long ball into the box, now into Ljcd to his feet, and he gives the ball away. I think he's injured. He got knocked down by that late tackle earlier, and now he's really been struggling with his touch. Unable to hold the ball. There's a clever little flick, and Pabin with the ball. Now he's turning. Ljcd with the ball. Again, steps between two defenders. There's the skill we talked about earlier. Oh, and they play up the left side. Does it stay in? No, it's just out of bounds. John Hillman, number 11 for Country Day, just unable to keep that in. And there's a bit of sportsmanship. Gets the ball for the opposing player, instead of letting it run away from the player throwing it in. Number 14, Jason Evans, he's going to look forward. Tries to find Lunny, can't. Geary couldn't get to that either. And Keith Dieterle all the way back in his own end to get this. Tries to knock it across field. Very dangerous pass in there. But again, Bishop's Knights just seem to be first to each ball so far. Now here's a chance. Oh, the goalkeeper slipped and a shot and a goal. Oh my. Number 5, Zach Sugarman, on a ball that looked very harmless, all the way to the far corner. Scott Fainer, the Bishop's goalkeeper, came out, and I said the field had not been a factor. Well, there it was. He slips and falls down, and while he's on his knees, Sugarman hits the ball over his head into the far corner. So there's the equalizer that Country Day was looking for. It might have been a bit of a slip-up, but it was a great finish by Sugarman. So we've got ourselves a great game now. Not quite midway through the first half. It's 1-1. The Bishop's Knights scored first, but the Toys of La Jolla Country Day have stormed back to tie this game. Now, Country Day, a little more enthused. Starting to put the passes together. Here's another ball, long in there. Dieterle cleans it up, though. They go up front, trying to find Geary up top, and he's able to play forward. Here's Hillman on the left. Bit of a missed kick. Evans trying to let it go out, and it's not going to. Hillman again gets by one player, can't get by the second. Oh, the players are looking for a foul there, and they're not going to get it. Ljcd between two players. Can he get to it? No. Fainer, the goalkeeper, easily to get to that ball. And we just saw a little more sportsmanship there. The Bishop's Knights defender picking up John Hillman. Hillman with a good chance as he tried to split two defenders and get into the box. Looked like he was knocked down just outside the box. Fell down in the penalty area. The referee let play continue. And Mark Ljcd with a good chance to get himself in at the top of the penalty area with a shot. Just a little bit too long, and Scott Fainer cleaned it up. Keith Dieterle having to chase back again. Oh, and a nice little ball. He played away and got it out of trouble. Josh Evans was fouled as he cleared the ball. Bishops will have a free kick. We're just about at the midway point in this CIF semifinal match, Division 4, between Bishops and La Jolla Country Day, a couple of Coastal League rivals. Here comes Country Day again. Ljcd with a great pass in behind. Oh, Sugarman trying to cut behind the defender and just slipped and fell down. Well, it's only fitting that after he was the beneficiary of a muddy field, he had a chance taken away from him right there by that same muddy field. Sugarman slipping as he tried to get in behind the Bishop's defense. Now Country Day starting to find their places in between the Bishop's defenders. And Bishop's not looking like the same team that started this game. They took number 4, Matt Meador, off the field up front, and I still don't know. Now there he is. They've moved him back in midfield is what they've done. And good pressure, and a ball's out of bounds. It'll be a Bishop's throw-in. So Billy Auer was taken off, and Matt Meador dropped into the midfield. Meador, of course, providing the assist on Gary's goal that put Bishop's up 1-0. But Country Day is now stormed back here in the first half, and a goal by Zach Sugarman ties the game. Country Day pushing up, always looking forward. Here's a shot from way outside. Nothing really there, but a good opportunity. With all the defenders pushed out, the goalkeeper trying to direct his defense. Bishop's tried to get a quick shot off. Now Ljcd again with a header. Sugarman looking forward, trying to create a chance, and Evans cleans it up. Evans all the way across the field with Hillman. Bishop's players do not want to lose their marks and give up another goal. The Bishop's Knights with 8 players back in their own third of the field defending now. They're going to have to tighten things up. Country Day is now starting to put together the passes in midfield, get a little more possession. There's a flick on. It'll be out of bounds. Yes, it will. And a corner kick. And the first corner kick of the game for Country Day. Now, this is always a dangerous play in high school soccer, mostly because the fields are so narrow. Now Country Day pushes players in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players up. Hillman driving the ball in near post and deflected away for another corner kick. That was a very dangerous ball, driven in at the near post. The defender just able to get a hand on it. Scott Fainer, the goalkeeper, had no chance. Now, bending ball, the 18, and nobody there. Trying to play it back in. Can't do it. Keith Dieterle steps up and intercepts. Here's the counterattack coming the other way. And Bishops just can't get on the other end of that pass. La Jolla Country Day cleaning it up very nicely. Taylor Allen Lee, the sweeper, clearing the ball out of danger. Now Bishops pushing out. They escape that last bit of pressure and the 2 corner kicks. Let's see if they can put some pressure on the other end. It's a long ball up the other end. And once again, it's Geary on the ball. Clever little ball with his heel. He crosses it in the middle. Lunny is pulled all the way across. He was really too far across. And Jorgensen having to clear it out of bounds with a lot of pressure there. Michael Ryan, center midfielder for Bishops, putting pressure on in the back. Andrew Lunny saw the space in the middle, tried to get into that penalty area spot, and the cross was looking for him at the far post. And he just overrun the spot. So here's Dieterle again. Keith Dieterle looking into the box. Here's a ball. Very dangerous. Knocked around. Nobody can get a foot on it. And it's cleared by Country Day. Bishops lets the ball all the way back to the last man. And the ball just knocked straight up in the air. I think that ball was mishit. And Dieterle shoved in the back. Now Bishops try to counter. They're looking. Meador all the way across the field out of his midfield position. Jorgensen on the other side to get the ball. I think that ball was intended to go to the left flank, and it just was a flat service that never got there. Now here's Sugarman trying to keep it in play. He does, but gives up possession. Bishop's now looking forward with every pass, probing forward instead of keeping possession. Graham, big center midfielder, now he keeps it, cuts it back. He's got a player on the wing. Yes, it's Meador. He's 1 versus 1, trying to get himself in the box. Here's a cross. Geary putting a little pressure on. Country Day able to clear it away. Up the wing, and it's Evans who heads it out. Well, again, it was Geary and Meador combining. This time, Meador playing in the left midfield slot. I'm Jeff Scott, and you're watching CIF San Diego Section Soccer Playoff action, brought to you by George Langevin Video Productions. Well, we're back here at La Costa Canyon High School. It's 1-1 in the Division 4 CIF semifinals. The Bishop Knights and La Jolla Country Day Torres in a very tough battle right now. Bishops seem to have more of the opportunities, or at least more of the possession. Country Day with a couple of very dangerous opportunities here in the latter part of the first half. A long throw in. And referee's not having any of that. Geary falling down at the edge of the penalty area with the player on his back. And the referee telling him to get up and play. There'll be no foul called. Now it's Mark Ljcd looking for Zach Sugarman. Sugarman with one defender to beat, and he can't get by. Dieterle, the last man. Now Ljcd, it's 4-on-4. If Country Day can hurry, they've got a chance. Hillman turns Evans. Looking in the corner for Sugarman. Sugarman had made the run into the middle of the field, and there was nobody there to get the ball. It was a good idea, though. Country Day now looking to probe, looking to push players forward. Now you're seeing 6, sometimes 7 players from Country Day pushing into the attacking third. They're looking for a chance to go ahead. They know that the Bishops team is vulnerable. They know they can score goals. And here's a foul from behind. Geary able to hold the ball. He's the one forward on the field right now that's able to hold the ball and create chances for his team. Let's see what Bishops can do here with this long free kick. They're going to try and play it long into the box. And the ball's up in the area. Very dangerous ball. They've got to get it cleared. Here's a little header. Was he obstructed? No. Referee says no. Now Country Day still trying to clear. Ljcd keeps it. Just a little touch. Again looking for Sugarman down the right side. Oh, and it's just too long. Country Day very effective now on the counterattack. They're getting players back behind the ball. They're able to contain the forwards for Bishops. Bishops really only playing with 2 players up front. So as long as they can get numbers back behind them, they're able to handle the attack and then trying to launch a quick counterattack. And they've been more effective on Sugarman's side than they have on Hillman's left side. So we've got a whistle and a foul. I don't know what the call was. I'm going to say it was a shove in the back. So again, Bishops pushing forward, looking for that chance to go ahead. They scored the first goal to start this game. Here's a dangerous ball into the box. Jorgensen out. He can't get it. Meador couldn't quite get to the loose ball. Now again, the ball pushed back in and cleared away. Evans leaves it for Dieterle. Dieterle around the right side. He's going to push forward. He's got the ball at his feet. Oh, the ball chipped into the box. Jorgensen off his line, and he'll get to that. Bishops really pushing into the box, creating some chances now. Jorgensen, a long ball out of his own end. And a difficult clearance for the Bishops defense, but they do it. Meador looking for Lunny over here on the right side. A little bit too far. Lunny still gets ahead to it, and now he's going to come back in midfield and get possession. And he can't quite hold it. Good play by La Jolla Country Day there. Pabin looking forward, finds Ljcd, who just can't quite hold it. Now, Geary searching forward, just can't find it, and it's flicked away. Meador, he's dropped way back into his own end. Really playing almost like a holding midfield player, able to create some chances from that midfield position we've seen earlier. Number 17, Michael Ryan, is pushed forward on the left now, almost playing like a third forward. And that's really what they need. Alex Graham, the big center midfielder for Bishops, doing a good job holding the middle of the field. Well, Ryan's got lots of room on that left side to push forward. And as we mentioned earlier, Mark Ljcd, he got shaken up in the first 10 minutes. Coach Jerry Flashacker is going to take him off the field. He's going to be replaced by Michael Koberda. I don't think Ljcd would be coming off the field if he wasn't hurt, because really he's been the playmaker for Country Day. All the chances have gone through his feet. Now here's a chance and a shot, and it just goes wide. My, that was a lot closer than I thought. From up here, you couldn't tell how dangerous a shot it was. But sure enough, number 18, Chris Heilman, turned and shot the ball just inches wide of the post. Now Bishops with a chance. A corner kick. This will be their second. Last time they had a corner kick, they played it short. Now Lunny looks like he's going to take this all by himself. Now a dangerous, dangerous chance. Josh Evans, number 14, the defender for Bishops. He's pushed up. He's a tall player. Ryan also in there for the mix. Here's Lunny's ball in the middle. Knocked, oh, just wide. It was a good ball, driven to the far post. Howman just couldn't get to it. Also, number 15, Craig Moore, defender for Bishops, pushed up. He knocked it out of bounds, actually, and it'll be a goal kick. And Country Day going to make another substitution. Let's see. Nope. They're going to stand pat. So Pabin ready to take it. Bishops trying to win it in midfield. Unable to. Country Day able to collect and play. And Lunny comes back for Bishops. Good bit of tackling, and he wins the ball. Fights off a couple of defenders. Can't keep possession. Keith Dieterle, always in the back there. Doing a great job. Now it's Graham. He's got a player on his left. And the ball all the way back across. Geary in the box, gets ahead to it, and just can't quite control it. And Jorgensen, the goalkeeper, clears it out of bounds. He was under a lot of pressure from Hellman. Hellman's a big, strong forward. Looks like he's about 6'1". Very fast, putting Jorgensen under a lot of pressure. And Jorgensen's not a small player. Goalkeeper's not intimidated by these forwards. Dieterle again to take the throw. This is very dangerous. Again, in high school soccer, these set pieces so tough because the fields are very narrow and it's easily to put the ball in the penalty area. Unable to keep possession, and Bishops will get another chance. Most of these high school games are played on football fields, which aren't very wide at all. Both Bishops and La Jolla Country Day have home soccer fields that are much wider than this. They're used to having a little more space to knock it around. The tight spaces tonight are going to make the game very interesting and make chances like this all the more dangerous. Here's a great long throw into the box, headed away. Here's a shot from way outside, and it's over the top. No chance whatsoever. Craig Moore took a tumble at the top of the box, got knocked down. The referee just jogs back to midfield and says, hey, come on, young man. Ljcd is going to re-enter the game. And here he is. Still doesn't look like he's running at full speed. Shaking that injury off still, but he's the playmaker. He's the go-to player. Most of their chances have come when they've started at his feet, and he's found one of those two forwards, Hillman or Sugarman, up top. Now Pabin, there's a great long kick up to midfield. But it's Lunny now for Bishops, coming the other way. Can't quite get a handle on it. Hillman, very wisely, knocks it back. Now Ljcd pushed forward. And Dieterle with his head on the ball. And the Bishops players just winning the ball each time. That ball intended for number 10, Alex Graham. He just couldn't run that down on the far side. So I think the nerves have settled down. Both teams establishing themselves. Bishops getting the early goal in this game. 3 minutes into the match. Country Day equalizing about midway through the first half. It's 1-1. Here's a chance. Country Day pushing forward. Ljcd right at the edge of the box. He cuts, beats one player. He shoots. Oh, and it's over the top, and a good chance, though. You can see his skill in tight spaces. He's got two defenders. He still gets through both of them and gets the shot off. Now Scott Fainer, the Bishops goalkeeper. He hasn't had a lot of action, but he's able to get the ball, put it back into play. Actually, it's Keith Dieterle that's going to put this back into play. And looking for a long ball. Bishops had a lot of possession early on, but Country Day really creating some chances for themselves as of late. Now there's a chance for Geary up the line. And he can't quite get to it. Country Day will take over. La Jolla Country Day starting to assert themselves a little more in the middle of the field. And that's where the game is going to be won or lost tonight, I think. The team with the more solid play in midfield is going to get the better of the chances right now. Sugarman trying to push forward on that right wing, and he can't. Look at that. Graham keeps it in. Ryan unable to. Now Ljcd looking, cuts, beats one player on the dribble, gets the ball on his favored right foot, still with it, and unable to really get the shot off. We've got number 8, Mark Jordan, now in for Country Day. He's going to take the throw on the far side. Jordan, another one of these young players, only a sophomore. Country Day's roster is loaded with them, and the ball somehow kept into play. That looked harmless, like it was going to roll out of bounds, and then Country Day created something out of nothing. Now again, unable to get out of their own end. Pabin chips it in. Sugarman, oh, and the goalkeeper, Feiner, gets to that ball first. Sugarman, the goal scorer, was first again in on the ball, beat all the defenders back, but it was Scott Feiner, the Bishop's goalkeeper, handling that ball at the top of his own penalty area. We've got a free kick right around midfield. Country Day pushing forward again. They tied the game about 10 minutes ago. Scoreboard clock's been turned off. We're into the final minutes of the half. Again, into Ljcd and a clever little dummy. He lets the ball run through. Ball played all the way across by Sugarman. And a sliding tackle, and Bishops gets the ball out of trouble. Number 16, Pat Hook, with a very tough tackle. Now you're starting to see Country Day really create some opportunities there. Ljcd cleverly stepped over that ball and let Sugarman have it. Now Hillman tries to play it back to his player. He can't. The ball headed away. Pavin trying to go himself. He's going to try to get in around Lunny, and he does. On his outside of his right foot, flicked in the middle. Goalkeeper's up, pushes it away, and it's out of trouble. Alex Graham able to clear for Bishops, but not for long. Now Alex Graham again with his head, and it's Geary. Can he hold it up top? Yes, he does. He holds it, and here comes Ryan. It's 3-on-3. Geary over at the far side. He had the first goal of this game, but he can't keep the ball. Alex Graham again. And they'll say it's Bishop's ball. I thought it might have gone off Graham. Is there going to be a foul? No. It'll still be a throw-in. Keith Dieterle. And we've only got a few minutes left. You can see Malcolm Tovey, the Bishop's coach, pushing his players forward, getting extra players forward. They're going to take a chance and try to go ahead here. They've only left one defender back with Sugarman, the goal scorer. So the long throw here in the dying moments of the first half. Here's a chance. Goalkeeper's out. Jorgensen gets it. Takes it right off the top of Geary's head. Jorgensen very solid in goal. The only goal he gave up really didn't have much of a chance on. They let Geary in all alone on him. Now Sugarman trying to find Hillman over here, but he can't. Evans clears it. Pabin looking on the right side. Able to keep possession. Oh, but Geary strips him. Geary knocks it down into the corner. We got a chance. Lunny unable to control. It's Hillman and Ljcd. They miscommunicate. Ljcd still ends up with the ball, though. Now he turns. He's got a player on the other side here. Can't get by the defense. And it'll be Bishop's ball. Number 16, Derek Zeman, just couldn't turn his defender. Andrew Lunny able to get back, hold up the attack. I'm going to take Geary off here. And Meador's going to come on for him. So Meador comes back in now as the forward. Geary takes a break right before halftime. Coach Malcolm Tovey's going to give him a rest. Lundy with a little push. Lloyd Country Day with a free kick. Now the players rush forward. There can't be a lot of time left. There can't be more than a minute left in this half. Maybe a minute and a half. Depends on injury time and extra time added on. The referee may feel that there was time after the goals were scored, but I don't think so. Not a lot. Number 6, Billy Auer back on the ball. He steps by one defender. Now he's by two. He's going to get in on this left side. He's fighting to keep on his feet. He's into the box with his left foot, and it's knocked out of bounds for a corner kick. It's a great run. He got by two defenders and was unable to get the cross off, though. Just the last defender, number 17, Kevin Weinberg, knocked it away for a corner kick. That would have been a very dangerous ball. There were two Bishops forwards right in front of the goal. So here's Auer and Lunny. They're the two flank midfielders. They're going to play a quick little short corner? No. Lunny says, I'm not going to try that again. I've done that once. Very ineffective. Here's a corner kick. Jorgensen waits on his line, and there is a push in the box. So it'll be Country Day's ball. Pavin going to take this. Out to Zeman over here on the left. He turns, looking for Sugarman up his wing. Nope, he's going to find Hillman instead in the middle. Hillman cuts back. Now he's got some room. He's running at the defense. He's got Zeman out here if he can find him. Zeman all by himself. He hits it up and over the... Oh, and it's just wide. It was a great run, though. Zeman with a chance that just went high and wide at the near post. Hillman doing a very good job of running in the midfield, cutting by one defender, and then giving the ball back to Zeman, who was all alone on the left flank. And Zeman able to get behind his mark. That's the first time we've seen a midfielder on the outside really get up into the attack and get a good chance. So far, it's been Hillman and Sugarman up top, with Ljcd providing the service. So there's the whistle. There's the whistle ending the first half. The score, Bishops 1, La Jolla Country Day 1. When we come back, we'll have some more exciting soccer action in the second half between the Bishop School and La Jolla Country Day. Okay, welcome back to the second half of this exciting semifinal CIF soccer playoff game between the Knights of Bishops and the Torres of La Jolla Country Day. We're on the campus of La Costa Canyon High School, playing in Maverick Stadium. The score here at halftime, 1-1. Bishops jumped out to an early lead. In the third minute of the game, Mitchell Geary, number 3 for Bishops, scored a goal. The assist by Matt Meador. But 20 minutes later, Mark Ljcd found Zach Sugarman, number 5 for Country Day, and Sugarman tied it up. So it's 1-1 as we start the second half. It's a long kick from the goalkeeper, Feiner. There's Ljcd in the midfielder. He's the playmaker. Here comes Bishops, though. Alex Graham, their big center midfield player, very strong. Creates a number of chances for his team. And again, they'll have a throw-in. Bishops came out very strong in the first half. Let's see what they do here in the second half. But looks like they're starting exactly the same way. They've got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. 7 players up in the box. Really pushing at them. And Country Day's going to have to defend with numbers. Here's the cross. Knocked away. Not quite cleared. Hillman gets it out. Now Josh Evans tries to get a floater, and he can't. Pabin of Country Day. He's up the left wing. Here's a chance. Keith Dieterle steps over, turns, but can't. Oh, and he's obstructed. That was a very clever play. Keith Dieterle, the sweeper, rushing back. He's the player that took that long throw in and really got caught forward. So he had to run a good 70 yards back to get the ball. Now he'll take the free kick. Long ball, up top. Andrew Lunny. Meador chasing. Can't find it. Ljcd with the ball. Tries to go through the legs. Defender was having none of that. But he finds Pabin. Out wide to Zeman. Zeman, the little left midfielder, tries to hold it. Rides through 1 tackle, rides through 2, and he keeps the ball. Oh, look at that turn. Lovely ball. And again, Country Day able to put 2 and 3, 4 passes together on that left side. Bishops quick to counterattack, though. Alex Graham looking for Hillman. Hillman, big, strong forward, turns, looks in the middle. Oh, and he tries to shoot it, and the ball just got away from him and went out wide for a throw-in. And we mentioned earlier it had rained all week. The field's a little bit wet, but not really. We haven't seen that much effect by the wet turf, except, of course, on the Zach Sugarman goal. As soon as I'd said there wasn't any real effects from the field, sure enough, Scott Feiner, the Bishops goalkeeper, slipped and fell on the goal that was scored by Country Day. Now, here's the ball pumped in. It's Hillman taking it off his chest. He shoots. Oh, no. He handled that ball. The ball kind of rode up his arm a little bit, and as he tried to take it on his chest, referee's assistant on the far side saw him knock it down with his arm. So again, Pabin to take the long free kick out of the back. He's looking up front for Hillman, but can't quite find him. But there's Ljcd on the ball, and look at him play. 1 touch, switching the field over to the other side. Now Pabin trying to push up the right side. He's going to look long. He had Sugarman, just couldn't find him. Now it's number 15, Craig Moore, running through the middle. He finds Hillman. Hillman able to step through a tackle, tries a little clever turn behind his heel, still with the ball, fighting through. Now it's Lunny. Lunny with the ball. Into the middle. Oh, and he's giving it away. They had a good chance. They had numbers forward. Ljcd, 1 touch, 2 touches. They've got Sugarman and Hillman forward if they can find them. And there's an obstruction call, and a good call it was. Number 21, Ben Shifton, the right midfielder, trying to push up this right side. He was obstructed. And Country Day will take the free kick. Referee's tying his shoes, making sure he doesn't slip and fall on this wet surface. So Pabin plays short. He's going to run up this side. Hopefully give it right back to him, and they do. They find him. Ball's a little bit long. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. It's bending into Feiner, and Feiner keeps it in. Paben really couldn't quite get to the ball. The ball was played a little bit long for him. Now, here comes Bishops back the other way. Matt Meador trying to win it. Really ducked under. Whistle would not have been blown if he would have gone up and challenged for that, but he really ducked under his player and hit him with the body. Now it's Keith Dieterle heading away strongly. Michael Ryan trying to play forward. Oh, and they've caught him on the attack. There's Lunny over here on the left side now. Hellman, he's in. He's got two defenders. Can he cross it? No, he can't. And he falls down in a heap, and the ball will go out for a goal kick. He's looking up disgusted. I think he wanted a call from the referee. The Country Day defenders did a great job of containing him. Two players over there keep him out. And Andrew Lunny, who's now moved up front from his right midfield slot. They've gone with two stronger, taller forwards to try and take advantage of the smaller Country Day defenders. There's got to be a extra ball over there somewhere. Poor goalkeeper has to chase these off the end of the track. So we get ready to put it back into play. Country Day now showing us a little more possession than they did in that first half. And Bishops showing us the quick counterattack ability of their own. Paben trying to put a head on it. Had a player on his back. Couldn't get to it. Ljcd with the ball. He's going to take it quickly? No. Yes. Looks to the other side. Now it's Hillman, who's coming way back from the forward position. Ted Lynn, the left back. Looking for Sugarman. Oh, here's a chance on the counterattack. It's Haleman and Lunny up front. Lunny running across the field diagonally. Oh, he stopped his run. He's going to try to go far post. He's going to give Haleman some room, and it's cleared away. Lunny started to run across the field and held up his run and decided to run away to the far post, take a defender away, and give Haleman some a chance there. Take his player on one-on-one. Unfortunately, defender cleared it away. Haleman never got the cross away. Keith Dieterle, way up from his sweeper position now to take this throw in. Dieterle is the one player that they push forward on these dangerous restarts. Here's the ball into the box. Jorgensen punches it away. Now it's Hillman. Can he clear it? Yes. And instead of just whacking it, placed a feet wide. They're looking for Sugarman here. And Sugarman just couldn't get to that ball. That ball was played just too wide for him. The Torres unable to find Sugarman. It was 2-on-2 if they could have got the ball to Sugarman's feet, and Country Day might have had a chance to counterattack. Now here's Moore, turning. Alex Graham, he plays it forward. Graham gives it away. Country Day's going to come right back at him. Can Hillman keep this? Yes, he can. And a good turn. Beats one defender. Looking for Sugarman all alone in the middle. He takes it down with his left foot. He shoots and scores. Oh, my. Zach Sugarman with his second goal of the night, and there'll be no wet field to talk about now. Hillman took the ball way over on the left side, coming back, stepped by a defender, and he saw Sugarman streaking down the middle of the field. Keith Dieterle had moved out of his sweeper position, had to cover, and that left Sugarman all alone with the defender. Sugarman takes it with his left foot, top of the penalty area, and beats Scott Feiner, the Bishops goalkeeper. Country Day now leads 2-1. We're just about 7 minutes into this second half, and the Tories of Country Day have taken their very first lead of the match, 2-1. Andrew Lunny now plays it back. Now Bishops has got to get back into this. They scored a goal in the first 3 minutes of this match, and since then they've put on a lot of pressure but haven't been able to get another one. And Country Day has clawed back, got themselves a few chances in the first half, and they got the first Sugarman goal. And now here we are early in the second half, and it's 2-1 Country Day on a second Zach Sugarman goal. Lunny lays it off. It's Ryan in midfield, but he can't hold it. And Hillman to Ljcd. And it's tackled away. Alex Graham now running the other way. Oh, and it's poked away. Here comes Country Day. It's 4-on-3. Country Day can't quite get the numbers forward. They're looking for Sugarman yet again. He has been the most dangerous player in the box for the Tories tonight. And no cross. Moore knocks it down, but he commits the foul. Now, this is a dangerous ball. You're right at the edge of the penalty area. Kyle Pabin, who's taken all the free kicks for Country Day tonight, is going to take this. And he's going to try to get this ball. Oh, no, he's going to take a short one. Can they get it back to him? No. There's a cut and a shot from way out, not even close. Unfortunately, it wasn't much of a shot. I think if they played the ball wide back to Pabin, they might have had a better chance. Instead, number 26, Will Hagan, playing in the center of defense there, pushes it over the top and out of bounds for a goal kick. Dieterle to put this ball back into play. Bishop's really reeling. They've been stunned here early in the second half, giving up a goal to Zach Sugarman, his second goal of the night. And Country Day leads this CIF San Diego section semifinal match 2-1. Bishop's has always been the team that's knocked them out of the playoffs in the past, and now Country Day with a chance at redemption. Will Country Day get over the hurdle and get back to the finals? Here's Ljcd, back on the right side. He's got Sugarman all alone on the right. No. Dieterle cuts over and takes the ball. Tries to play it up this wing and can't. Sugarman's doing a lot of hard running up front. He's a very quick player, not a tall player, but strong, stocky, and a great shot with either foot, as now we've seen him score a goal with both his left and his right. And a little bit of whack after the ball, and the players chatting at each other. Referee says, hey, none of that, boys. Now Pabin throws it down the line. Pabin's got to get this ball into the box. They need a good ball into the penalty area where it's dangerous. Hillman checks back in. That's how they created the goal before. Zeman on the left side steps over it, lets it run. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Tries to play a little give and go with Sugarman. Sugarman turns with his left foot, trying to get the cross, and he forces a corner. Very dangerous work from Sugarman in the corner. Zeman doing a good job to keep it in play. Now Country Day with a dangerous corner kick. Now with a one-goal lead, they don't need to take chances and push extra players into the box, so they won't. But they've got 5 players up. They've got Pabin outside the box, Zeman here at the far post, and the 2 strikers plus Ljcd in the middle. Josh Evans heads it back across dangerously. And it's Hillman again on the left side. Tries to step over the ball and turn. Can he keep it? He can. And he's fouled. Oh, and the Bishop's fans don't like that call at all. Little foot stomping and booing, but I think it might have been the right call. Now here's Hillman on the right side. He's got 5 players in the box. Who's he got? He's got Pabin raising his hand at the far post. He tries to get it there, and not far enough. Out wide. Sugarman turns. Tries to flick it back in and can't. Sugarman still with it. Country Day trying to get back in the box and can't do it. Number 21, Ben Shifton, the big, strong right midfielder, surging forward into the box, creating another chance. Country Day now very confident going forward. They're able to find Sugarman's feet. They're able to find Hillman's feet. Hagan. Back to Pabin. Can he keep it? Yes, he can. Can he get the cross off? Yes, he can. Here's a chance. And Scott Fainer out and gets to that ball. Now they try to play up front. He's trying to turn. It's Haleman. And he's handled. Lynn, the left back, with a great sliding tackle. Very good job of defending. Number 18, Haleman, is just a big truckload. I mean, he's about 6'1", probably 190 pounds. Very strong player, only a sophomore, and doing a great job up front, holding the ball for the Bishop's Knights. Now, this is how they're going to be effective, creating chances. Now here's Geary, number 3, the goal scorer. He's back in and pushed up front. Ball in, pushed away. Ljcd tries to clear it. Haleman, he keeps it. No, he can't. Meador putting chase, but he can't keep it for Bishops. And Country Day unable to keep it in play. Looking for Sugarman. Boy, Sugarman had Hillman in the middle of the field, too. Now Moore looking forward. They've got Dieterle. Dieterle with a long throw here. He's got to get the ball in the box, but Bishop's got to go back to holding the ball up front, getting their forwards to create chances with possession. Alex Graham It's flicked in. Oh my gosh. Jacobson almost let that ball bounce over his head. I don't think it was really a dangerous shot on goal, but he overran the ball. And the ball came up, he stuck his right hand up and just got a fingertip on it, flicked it in the air to himself, and then pulled it down. Here's Moore knocking it up front. Zeman, can he get to it? No. And it's Ryan looking forward again. Bishop's not as patient as they were before. Now it's Matt Meador on the right side of midfield. Meador leaves it. Meador is the player that created the first goal with a great square pass. Now, it's Geary. Can he hold it? He can. He gets knocked down, no call. He handled the ball also in no call. And now he comes from behind and gives the player a little bit of a knock, and the referee says, throw in, Bishops. Geary clearly frustrated with the play there. Seemed to be knocked down from behind at the top of the box, but got no call from the referee. Now Country Day with 5-6 players back defending against the two forwards. Geary and Lunny are up front. Haleman also up there trying to hold it. There's a good little turn. Auer tries to play it. Ljcd and can't. Auer looking down the line. He's got Lunny. Lunny holds it. Trying to turn. They're going to give that ball to Country Day. Referee right on top of the play there. Made a very good call. So Bishops was very effective in the first half, holding the ball, maintaining possession. But now it's Country Day with more of the possession and the confidence. And I think a second goal has given them that confidence. Zach Sugarman, number 5, his second goal of the night. And he has put La Jolla Country Day up 2-1 in this CIF semifinal matchup. The winner is going to have to get up and play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock because of all the rainouts. I think it's horribly unfair that CIF has made these teams play tonight and then come back tomorrow and play a final. But you can say this for the team that wins tonight, they'll be warmed up for tomorrow. Now here's Moore in deep. The ball headed away. Bishops has got to find a way to get themselves into the box and create some chances. They really haven't had a good shot on goal in the second half. And Jorgensen has come off his line very strong and handled any loose ball in the box. Now, as I think about it, I can only think of maybe 2 chances in this half. So Dieterle looking for a long throw here. Bishops has got to get an extra player forward. There's a ball in on the line, flicked in at the far post. Geary gets his own flick, comes back to him. Alex Graham powers through with a shot, save. Jorgensen with a good save. Alex Graham did a great job dribbling through that box to get his shot off, and a powerful shot to the upper corner. But Jorgensen, the big tall goalkeeper for La Jolla Country Day, making the save. And Country Day out of trouble. Back come the Knights of Bishops. This has been an exciting game so far. Country Day pushing forward. It's Hillman looking for Sugarman over the top. He's even. The players are calling for offsides, but he was clearly even with the last defender and not offsides. Sugarman trying to get in and get a third goal tonight. Now here's Ryan. Ryan looking wide. Played the ball a little bit long. Ted Lynn of Country Day clears it easily. Bishops without the composure they had earlier, but still putting a lot of pressure on. You can see Coach Malcolm Tovey waving his players forward, telling them to get into the box. The referee says, wait a minute, come back here and throw that from there, young man. Keith Dieterle, long throw into the box. Ryan tried to get ahead of it, couldn't. Here's Josh Evans, back to Dieterle. Dieterle can't keep it in. Now Lynn with a throw in. They find Ljcd's feet. Back to Lynn. The one thing Mark Ljcd does for Country Day very well is patiently distributes the ball to both sides of the field, and he usually gets the ball to the open man when he needs to. Now there's a little flick. And a foul, perhaps? No. Referee's going to say no foul. That ball would have gone out of bounds either way. Bishops with the urgency now as we get close to midway through the second half of this CIF semifinal match in Division 4 between the Knights of Bishops and the Torres of La Jolla Country Day. There's a little flick. Hillman finds Ljcd. He's going to switch it. He's got Sugarman. Sugarman up and over the top. Ben Shifton right down the middle. Tries to muscle his way through 2 defenders, and he can't do it. Now Alex Graham reaches out with a little poke. Now he keeps it. Little clever back heel. Tries to find Geary. Can't. Moore heads it away. And Bishop's coming back. Alex Graham fighting through that tackle. Couldn't come up with it. Now, Sifton again in the middle on his right foot. He tees up a shot and shoots it just wide. Was it deflected? Yes, it was. And we've got a corner kick. And I want to point out here, Scott Fainer, the Bishop's goalkeeper, could very easily have let John Hillman of Country Day go chase that loose ball. And in another great display of high school sportsmanship, he goes and gets the ball for the opponent. John Hillman now with a corner kick, playing it in far post. Headed away, but not out of trouble. Over the top. No chance really there. It was a good idea. John Hillman's ball curling in at the penalty spot, very dangerous. But Mark Jordan, number 8, just could not get that ball on target. Bishop's now trying to put it back into play. They've got just about 20 minutes to get themselves a goal and get back in this game. Country Day 20 minutes away from advancing to the CIF Division IV Section Championship. There's a flick. You can see now the extra players forward. Andrew Lunny push forward. Mitchell Geary also in the box. Craig Moore, number 15. Is he going to play it in? Yes, he is. They play long and in. Flick straight up in the air. Here's a chance. Lunny at the far post. He heads it. Can it get over? No. Now Geary with a chance at the penalty spot. A push, a header, and a goal! Oh my! Where did he come from? Geary was running through the ball at the penalty spot, and it looked like number 7, Andrew Lunny, came charging in from the right side, headed it past Jorgensen. I think Jorgensen had Geary's shot all but saved, and Lunny dives in and pokes it past him with the head. So now it's all tied up at 2. Lunny with the goal, Geary with the assist, and Bishop's now ties it 2-2. Country Day to kick off. Well, we said it's been an exciting match so far, and sure enough, 4 great goals. No real mistake there, just a hustle on the play of Andrew Lunny, number 7 of Bishop's. Now Geary all the way across. They're trying to find Lunny again at the far post, and he's got it. Flicks it up in the air and gives it away. Now, Michael Ryan. Can he keep it? No. Geary coming in late. Can't keep it either. That ball was off the defender, and a very good call. Now, Bishop's. They've been inspired by the second goal, and they're going to push forward and look for a third. Country Day was seemingly in control of the second half, and after the goal, it now seems to be tide is switching back towards the Bishop School. Keith Dieterle, long throw. He's been very busy. In on the line. Jorgensen up. Oh, he misjudged it and still got a hand to it. And Michael Ryan had a shot at an empty net, but Jorgensen just tipped it away at the last second. Jorgensen has made some huge saves. We said he'd been solid all evening, and sure enough, he has been. And there was just another opportunity taken away by Jorgensen. Jorgensen himself a very tall player, about 6'1", 6'2". Now Geary coming back. Can he get to this? No, it'll be Haleman. He's got 2 players on him. And just no place to go. Country Day clears it away. Every time they do this, though, it's going to be a dangerous situation. Keith Dieterle's got a long throw, and with Lunny and Ryan and Haleman in the penalty area, and Geary, even though he's a very short player and no taller than any of the defenders for Country Day, he seems to be very quick to the ball. You can hear Jorgensen yelling his players to clear it away. Now here's Sugarman trying to win the loose ball, and in with a hip. Now, if they can play quickly, they can get a chance. In on the left side. I can't see who that player is. It's cleared away. That was number 9, Keith Dieterle, actually, the sweeper, who had stayed forward and got himself into that left wing position. And the quick free kick got Dieterle all alone. And Dieterle trying to wipe the ball off. It's got a bunch of mud on it. Here he comes. Long throw into the box. Flicked and knocked down. Dieterle's going to get his own rebound, perhaps. He does. It's knocked by his own player. He still got it. Now Haleman trying to help him. And we've got a foul. The foul goes on Haleman. It'll be a free kick. Country Day. Kyle Pabin to take this. Bishop's really pushing in the attack now. They're trying to get that winning goal, trying to get back to the CIF championship for the 13th year in a row. The longest run by any school in any division in San Diego CIF section history. Ryan couldn't control, and Country Day's going to take over. Now, Country Day's got to get back to what they were doing best before, which is holding possession in midfield, finding Mark Ljcd, and there he is, and then getting the ball to the feet of the two forwards up front, Hillman and Sugarman. Knocked away. Now here's Geary, pushes his way by one. Can he get there first? Jorgensen out. Got a hand on it. It was going in the empty net, and Geary just couldn't quite get back. And the defender made a brilliant save. That was number 17, Kevin Weinberg. We haven't called his name much tonight, but when he needed to step up most, he did, and made a fantastic save. Geary had an empty net to tap that ball into. Jorgensen had come off his line and couldn't quite make the play. So here's the throw-in. Again, Jorgensen off his line. It slips through his hands, and the empty net goal! Number 17, Michael Ryan. Oh, my. Jorgensen, really with his first mistake of the game. The ball got up through his hands. He couldn't control it. It fell to Michael Ryan's feet, and number 17 for Bishops hammered it home. So now Bishops retakes the lead. It's 3-2. We've got about 15 minutes left to go in the semifinal match. It has been back and forth all night long. Here's Ljcd with the ball, trying to play wide. They look up front, and it's Alex Graham. Bishops now doing what they did early on, which is get to every loose ball first. That made the difference in the first half for them. Geary flicks it on, tries to find Heilman. Heilman can't keep it. Geary, man on his back, and a tough tackle. Teddy Lynn with a hard sliding tackle. Country Day now not desperate, but certainly urgent to get back in the game, and you can see the urgency in the defenders. Getting to every ball first now. They needed to do that a minute ago. Dieterle with another long throw. Geary, can he get on the end of it? He tries to flick it on. Can't keep it. I'm Jeff Scott, and you're watching CIF San Diego Section Soccer Playoff Action, brought to you by George Langevin Video Productions. For all your sporting, corporate, and family video needs, call George Langevin Video Productions. And here's a ball. Heilman at the top, plays it back out. Lunny with a shot right to Jorgensen. Well, boy, off the break, Bishops created yet another chance. Jorgensen coming up with a save again. He has been by far the busier of the two goalkeepers, and yet he's been very effective. I mentioned before, just that one mistake. Unfortunately, it was the goal that has put Bishops ahead 3-2 in this CIF semifinal thriller. Bishops scored first in the 3rd minute of this game to take a 1-0 lead. It was Mitchell Geary from Matt Meador that opened the scoring. But Zach Sugarman tied it up midway through the first half, and we went to halftime 1-1. Now here comes Bishops yet again. Trying to put Country Day under pressure. Can't do it. Lunny now over here on the left side. He's been all over the field. They've played him at the right midfield, they've played him at the left midfield, and they've played him up top. It's Billy Auer. Nope. It's going to be Keith Dieterle again. Bishops, even with the lead, they're leaving 2 defenders back to handle the 2 Country Day forwards, and they're not afraid to push forward with the extra player. Dieterle coming forward, runs through 1 tackle, runs through 2, can't get through the 3rd one. Kevin Weinberg again. He was the last man before, and he's the last man that time, making a good, solid tackle. We've got just about 12 minutes left to go in this game. Dieterle in on the line. It's almost on goal. Jorgensen lets it go wide and over. That ball actually really didn't have much of a chance, and neither did Jorgensen. It was way out wide. Now, Malcolm Tovey, the Bishops coach, wants to make a substitution. He's going to take Geary off the field. And Geary limping just a little bit as he goes off. I think he picked up a little nick there. Matt Meador, number 4, is going to come on and replace him. Meador and Geary, of course, connected for that first goal of the game. And now, Danny Lazar moves out to the outside midfield spot. Andrew Lunny up strong with a headed ball. There's Alex Graham. He heads it and then wins the tackle. Teddy Lynn, another tough tackle, very good. Clean it up at the back for Country Day. Bishops needs to get the ball back on the ground and establish possession like they did earlier if they're going to keep this match under control. Otherwise, Country Day is going to have chances to come back and counterattack them. And Country Day has shown twice today that they're very effective on the counterattack. Sack Sugarman with a pair of goals. Oh, and a tough foul. Andrew Lunny. He scored the game-tying goal about 5 minutes ago. And now made a very tough tackle on Mark Ljcd. Alex Graham can't control. Ljcd coming across, flicks it all the way over to Sugarman. Sugarman looking for Hillman. Hillman trying to run through the middle, and the ball's just cleared away. Craig Moore wanted to make no doubt about that as he played the ball about 10 rows up in the stands on the far side. So here's Jordan to throw it in. He finds Ljcd, back to Jordan. Jordan off his chest. Chips it in over the top. Josh Evans heads it away. No trouble. Country Day again putting the pressure on, though. Now they're keeping the possession. Again, they find Ljcd's feet. He turns and can't get by the defender. It's Meador running in the defense now. He's got a player on the right side. But instead he comes to the left. He comes to Haleman. There he is over on the way all alone. Who is that? That's Alex Graham. Alex Graham with a fake. He cuts, gets a shot off. It's blocked. Right back to him. Graham through two defenders, and he can't come up with the ball. Weinberg, another tough tackle. Oh, and we've got a two-footed tackle there. Danny Lazar is probably going to get a caution for this, and he does. Yes, the referee goes to the yellow card very quickly. That was a late two-footed tackle. You don't like to see that. But in a game that's emotionally charged like this, and with so much riding on the game, you understand that the players are playing with a lot of emotion, and they're going to go into those tackles very hard. There was nothing late or cheap about it. It was a good, hard tackle. They play quickly. But Meador there to clean it up. Alex Graham is probing over here. Billy Auer on the left side. Hellman can't keep it in. And it's out of bounds. Now, Country Day with the urgency. Zeman all the way over here on this side. We haven't seen Derek Zeman on the left side yet tonight. Oh, and two players just made a Ljcd sandwich there. And Mark goes down hard against. The second time tonight he's gone down hard. Can he pick that up? Yes, he can. He just got there. Andrew Jorgensen, the goalkeeper, just barely able to keep it in play, and then now he knocks it out of bounds. So again, Bishops will have another chance to get at him. Andrew Lunny. He's looking for Billy Auer down the line. They get it over Zeman's head. Can he cross it? Oh, he cuts it back. This is very dangerous. On his left foot, cuts it again to his right. Turns, he's drawn two defenders now. What's he gonna do? He's just gonna hold it. Time is on his side. He doesn't have to do anything with that ball, and he doesn't. The ball knocked out of bounds for a throw, and now Bishops will take their time. They're in control. They've got the lead, and they've got possession, and the ball is down here right in front of Country Day's goal. The throw-in will be just maybe 5 or 6 yards from the corner flag. Keith Dieterle, always dangerous tonight. Throws the ball in. Jorgensen off his line. Takes it right off the top of his own defender's head. Referee says that ball was out of bounds. So there will be a goal kick. Kyle Pavin back to take the kick. And we're going to hold things up. We're going to have a substitution. Heilman, who's done a great job up front. He comes off. We've got a substitution for Bishops. It's tough to see those numbers from here.
Into the game for Bishops, number 8, Brett Hummel.
Brett Hummel, number 8. We'll thank the PA announcer for that one. And Alex Graham knocking it wide. Pavin to take the kick. Country Day's got to push forward now. They've got to get an equalizer. There's just under 8 minutes left to go. Zeman over here on the left. Oh, he tries to pull it back and hold possession. Can he? Yes. Country Day retains possession. There's Ljcd. Flicks it up. Sugarman tries to go by Evans, and he can't. Ljcd, can he keep it in? He does. What a skillful player. Very talented, able to keep possession for his team. Lunny now, through two defenders. Knock back Evans. Pavin, he's got players forward. Here's Shifton, the right midfielder, pushing forward, through two defenders. Ball was cleared out of bounds. Sugarman for Hillman. Back to Sugarman, the goal scorer. Ball straight up in the air. Sugarman follows his own pass. He's the only guy who knew where the ball was going. And there's Feiner off his line to get the ball. Sugarman knocked that ball straight up in the air. Everybody looked up. Nobody could find it. Sugarman just ran to where the ball was coming down. Now here's Hummel. Hummel, number 8. Can't keep it. Country Day trying to put pressure on. Hummel again pressuring. And Hummel's going to get a chance here, I think. All that hard work up front really paying off. Bishop's not letting La Jolla Country Day out of their own end. So a long throw in for Country Day as they try to get themselves forward. And again, it's Hummel on the end of that. Alex Graham. Alex Graham with a cross. Jorgensen off his line. He's going to have to keep this in if he can, and he does. He knows that they need to play forward. Oh, and he's giving it away. Hummel with an empty net. Can he finish it? No, he can't. Oh, my. That might have been a horrible disaster, and instead, a great play. I think that was Kyle Pavin that came back. No, that was Kevin Weinberg, yet again making a tackle that saved a goal for La Jolla Country Day. Kevin Weinberg has made 2 of those. Andrew Jorgensen has not been shy. He's come off his line, made several big saves, really only let one ball get through his hands tonight. That might have been a mistake, but Weinberg saved him. Dieterlen throws it in. Dieterle throws it. Headed away. Country Day, can they clear it? And they can. It's Shifkin. Shifkin with the ball. He's got a player supporting him, and they're asking for him to play it back. There we are. Now the ball played forward. And Moore just cleans it up and knocks it forward. Moore better off holding that ball, I think, than playing it away like that. Now Dieterle. Hillman picks his pocket. Hillman still with the ball. Tries to find Shifkin. Can't. Ljcd, he's got Zeman wide. He's going to take it himself. Dribbles past one, hits it with his left foot, and the ball goes just wide. No touch. A goal kick. Ljcd. Mark Ljcd has been on the ball in the midfield all day for Country Day, and there was a shot from about 25, 28 yards out that just stretched Scott Feiner to his limit. It was just wide, though. Dieterle to take the kick. Well across midfield. No, not across. Alex Graham didn't know where it is. Now here's Andrew Lunny. He's got a player out wide. Billy Auer giving chase. Putting under pressure. Now, can Country Day get forward? The scoreboard clock has been turned off at 5 minutes. I know we're probably just under 4 minutes. Oh, Billy Auer got fouled from behind. And Bishops will take their time. Andrew Lunny with the ball in his hands. Puts it down. He's got Matt Meador next to him. He waves Meador into the box. Lunny goes in. Bishops, now they're only pushing 4 players up. Content to defend with 5. It's swung in, can't get it in. Alex Graham can't keep it. Hillman coming back, but Evans gets to the ball first. Now Billy Auer with a little cut, and you see the field just starting to get a little wet here in the evening. Just a little wet and slippery. At kickoff, the sun was shining across that half of the field, but now that the sun's gone down, it's gotten a little cooler and a little slipperier. I can't even say the word slippery. It's Ljcd again. Finding players? No room there. And Meador hustling and clearing it all the way up to midfield. Hummel, no chance to really get on the end of that pass. So here we are in the last few minutes. A very thrilling match. La Jolla Country Day 2, Bishops 3. Bishops has fought from behind after Country Day came from behind early to take a 2-1 lead. Bishops now with the last 2 goals, and they lead 3-2 in this CIF San Diego section semifinal matchup. These 2 Coastal League teams know each other well. They've played twice already. Bishops won the first encounter. Country Day at their home field got a 0-0 tie. Today, though, there's no 0-0 tie. We've had 5 goals, and all of them have been exciting. We've seen very good finishing by some forwards. We've seen some solid play by midfielders creating chances for their teammates. And there's Keith Dieterle running through the middle, just knocking the ball to the other end. Jorgensen way out. He's 35, 40 yards out of his goal to clear that ball up the line. Now, all the way across. Can Sugarman get there? No, he can't. Dieterle clears it away. Meador putting on the chase. Teddy Lynn just plays it out of bounds. He really had no place to go. It was 2-on-2 back there, and Ted doesn't want to give the ball up. Referee looks at his watch. Wants to make sure that Bishops isn't wasting any time. He'll add time if need be. And with 3 goals scored this half, you've got to assume that there's going to be some extra time added on by the referee no matter what. We haven't had any injuries, and it has been a very clean game tonight, and a very good game played by both teams. Long throw into the box. Who's on the end of it? Hummel can't get his head on it. There's Meador. He can't get a head on it. Now Ljcd gets the ball at his feet, looking for Sugarman. Sugarman comes back, can't hold it. Oh, and Hummel's in all alone. Jorgensen read that well, though. Came off his line, picked it off. Referee asked him to play forward. That bump was no foul. Zeman, can he get his head on it? Paven can, but the ball's already out of bounds. They're going to make a substitution here. Bishop's late in the game. Number 17, Michael Ryan. Michael Ryan, who scored the winning, looks like the go-ahead goal here, the 3rd goal for Bishops to put them ahead 3-2. Now the players have tried to put the ball in play. The referee hasn't restarted play, so he's going to make them throw this again, over again.
Number 5, Daniel Lazar.
Lazar comes back in. And did that ball ever go in? They're going to say that ball never went in. Referee's going to ask the linesman. Linesman says yes, it did. Now we've got a bit of a mix-up here. Country Day needs to get possession, even if it's not this throw, and it is going to be here. But they've got to get possession and keep possession. They cannot give the ball away, and they can't let Bishops just continue to knock the ball up the field. Here's Paven, trying to look back on the left side. Can't get it there. Here's Billy Auer, though, running strong on the right side. Can't get by one, and who is it? It's Teddy Lynn, again with a great sliding tackle. Now it's Meador off his chest. Can he keep it? No, he can't, but the ball slips under Lynn's foot. Hummel with a lot of pressure. Oh, and Bishops had a good chance there and couldn't quite pull it out. Jorgensen didn't need to make the save. The whistle had already been blown. There was a foul. Paven put it in play quickly. He's got Weinberg over here on the right side. Weinberg looking forward. They've got to get the ball on the other end quickly. The ball slips through somehow and gets to Shifkin. Shifton with the ball. Holding, still dribbling. Lays it back. Weinberg straight up in the air. Ball out of bounds. We mentioned earlier this is a very young La Jolla Country Day team, and the inexperience is showing right now. Now, Bishops, too, is a young team as well, but they've got the lead 3-2, and they don't have to worry about whether or not they keep possession. All they need to do is keep the ball on the other end of the field. And there's Hummel knocking the ball out for a goal kick. Great pressure. Great pressure by Hummel. Wouldn't let the defender turn. Weinberg had no chance to keep that ball at all. But Jorgensen with a goal kick. Long ball. Lunny gets to it, keeps it, and tries to play it long in the corner. Jorgensen again, way out of his box. He's got great range for a goalkeeper, and good speed too. Lunny with the ball. He's going to try and play it in before Jorgensen can get back. Hummel can't get on the end of that. Now it's Ljcd. Can he hold it? Nope, he's going to find Shifton down the right wing. Shifton running in, he's one-on-one over here. He's got no help. Zeman now runs for him. Oh, and he's knocked down, and the referee says nothing, no foul. Can Weinberg keep it? No, he can't. Hummel with the ball. Coach Malcolm Tovey over there for the Bishops Knights trying to make a substitution. Referee's not letting him substitute. He knows that there's only a few minutes left to go in this game. There just isn't much time. Jorgensen, he's got to get it forward. He gets it forward. Here's Jordan, number 8. And there's the whistle. And the final whistle. And the game ends. The Bishops Knights are going back to the CIF section finals for the 13th year in a row. They come from behind to defeat La Jolla Country Day 3-2. It was a thrilling game tonight. Lots of goals, very exciting, and obviously the Country Day players dejected, but they played a whale of a game. And with only 2 seniors and their entire rest of their team coming back, you know that this team will be back next year in the playoffs and probably meeting this Bishops team. The game-winning goal, scored by number 17, Michael Ryan, on a long throw-in that slipped through the hands of the goalkeeper, Jorgensen. Keith Dieterle's long throws, we talked about it earlier. We said they'd be dangerous, and certainly they were. The players are now shaking hands in the middle of the field. It's very difficult when you play a team 3 times in the same season. But Bishops was able to pull out the victory tonight, 3-2. The coaches now meet, shake hands. Now they meet the officials. Like I said, the Bishop School going on to the CIF San Diego Section Division IV Championship game for the 13th year in a row. No school in any division has ever done that before. I don't think any school has ever gone 10 years in a row, let alone 13. La Jolla Country Day players have nothing to hang their heads about. They played a great game tonight. Ljcd in midfield was masterful at creating chances. Zach Sugarman, 2 goals. Could have had a third, but I thought he played a great game up front. And of course, Bishop's very dangerous, very solid in midfield. Alex Graham, Andrew Lunny, Michael Ryan, really the difference in the second half. Bishop's was able to establish the possession late in the game, keep the ball, and not give Country Day chances. I'm Jeff Scott, and from everyone here at George Langevin Video Productions, we'd like to say goodnight from La Costa Canyon High School. The final score, again, the Bishop School 3, La Jolla Country Day 2.